Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us once again for another episode of Stay Heavy Studios. I'm here today with Alex Pierce, vocalist of Vultures. BC, Victoria, togetherness.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for coming on our show.
Cheers.
We appreciate it very, very much.
At least I could do.
So after your recent title fight with Paul Anka, how are you feeling having put the elderly man in his actual grave?
Well, I like to put my legs into my pants 1 foot at a time, just like everybody else. And sometimes if it's raining, I just feel really happy and want to go jump around naked.
So recently you put up a video on Instagram entailing how Shazam was the greatest movie ever created and that Magic Johnson's greatest role was in that very film. Are you aware that the movie was Shazam with Shaq and never involved Magic Johnson at all whatsoever?
Well, that's a really great question, actually. Sometimes when I drink beer, I like to sip it as if it were a fine wine. And just trick my mind sometimes, into thinking one thing, when really it's another. And, have I mentioned that, Hulk Hogan was, a big influence of mine growing up, and,
I can really tell. It's quite apparent.
I never really had a brother, so, I could really relate to the Hulk, Mr. Hogan. What are you doing?
Get it. So how long have you been a cat? Have you always been a cat, or did you recently become a cat?
Well, anyone who knows me knows that I've never been a fan of sugar. I just don't like the way it sits on my tongue, and I've got a very developed palate. Smoked a lot of cigarettes when I was in the womb. So, some things were said. Some chicken was eaten. And there's nothing really I can take back now. I just have to stand by what I said and hope for the best.
Sit on your bum.
I was training to be a samurai until I was about 4 years old, so it's pretty ingrained in my way of thinking.
With your tour coming up, how do you expect to maintain your training for the Watermelon Smashing World Championship competition coming up in the months afterwards?
Well, when I was a kid, I was viciously attacked by a watermelon. And I've just never really been able to get over that. I've gone through vigorous therapy sessions, and it's just always been something that's really affected me deep into my being. So, I thought I would just give back a little, pay it forward, and start training for this competition, this worldwide competition that's going to be broadcasted on BBC, CNN. So, I have to make sure I'm on my best behavior because it's my grandmother's favorite channel. So,
It'd be nice if someone scripted these things. I mean, there's nothing even on these cards.
Well, it's the least I could do. Sometimes I like to sit back and wonder what my life would be like if I was just like every other jabroni. But and then I just think to myself that there's no point in wondering such wonders, because as Yoda says, just do it.
So it's been an interesting evening here. It's been an interesting evening here with Alex Pierce. We thank you for joining us, and until next time, so Stay Heavy Studios. Don't eat the brown. Have a good day.